Basketball season is finally back.
And football gets back to its winning ways.
All this and more coming up on the Penguin Rundown. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into the Penguin Rundown. I am Mike YOURSTOWSKY alongside Dom Joseph. Dom, it's my first time hosting this year. Spent a lot of time behind the camera in the first couple episodes, but I'm honored and grateful to be sitting next year for my first time. Thanks for making some time for me this afternoon.
No, well, it's great to have you back. You were producing majority of the shows here, and we really appreciate that, and good to see you hosting again.
Appreciate everything you've done with us so far. We have a busy show here today, and Dom, I know you have the first story right off the top.
Yep, let's get started. This past Sunday, the Gwins took on the Golden Grizzlies of Oakland inside the Beagley Center. The team put forth a tough, gritty effort but came up short in an upset bid in 5 sets. Heather Splinter had a career-high 48 assists, 10 digs, and 7 kills on the match. Those 7 kills were the highest by Heather in any match this season. Also, 2-time Horizon League Defensive Player of the Week Lauren Blanco had 24 digs, bringing her career total to 999. Now, to finish out the away portion of the regular season, the Gwins traveled to Wright State yesterday. You can view the results of that match on YSUSports.com. Finally, the team will finish the season at home this Saturday at 4 p.m. against Milwaukee.
This past weekend, the bowling team participated at the Track Cat Clash in Houston, Texas. On Sunday, the team went 1-2 in a best-of-7 bracket while finishing 16th overall. YSU won 3 of its first 4 games, and 2 of its losses were by a combined 5 pins. In the first match Sunday, the Gwins came away with the victory in a 199-148 win in 7 games against Prairie View A&M. Those 2 teams would meet again later in the day as the Panthers took a commanding 3-0 lead before the Penguins came roaring back to win 3 games in a row to force a winner-take-all Game 7. Prairie View A&M would come out on top, however, by a final score of 176-156. I'd like to congratulate the bowling team on a successful fall campaign. Can't wait for them to get back in action in January.
The cross-country team is preparing for the NCAA Great Lakes Regional this weekend. The event will be held at the Laverne Gibson Championship cross-country course located in Terre Haute, Indiana. This is the last race of the season for the team. For stats and a full recap of the event, visit YSUSports.com. Best of luck to the cross-country team.
The football team got back to its winning ways this weekend with a dominating 66-24 win over Indiana State. Leading the way was quarterback Ricky Davis, who torched the Sycamores with over 300 yards through the air and 98 more on the ground. Other big performances came from Joe Alessi, who had 6 carries for 86 yards. Receiver Damone Patterson also got in on the action, catching 5 passes for 143 yards. YSU improves to 4-5 on the season and 2-4 in Missouri Valley Football Conference play. The Penguins will conclude their 2-game road trip at Southern Illinois on Saturday. Kickoff is slated for 3 p.m.
The swim and dive team competed against Duquesne this past weekend. The Gwins hosted the Dukes Friday night before heading to Duquesne Saturday. Seniors Mackenzie Stelter and Bethany Glick took first place in both the 1- and 3-meter dives respectively. On Saturday, freshman Ida Juranovics continued her early season success with a first-place finish in the 200-yard butterfly. Also finishing first for the Gwins was Tefane St. Gilles in the 200-yard breaststroke. Despite 4 first-place finishes, YSU lost the duel 168-125. The women will next be traveling to participate in the Cleveland State Magnus Cup Invitational on November 17th through the 19th.
The women's basketball team held their final scrimmage this past Saturday, defeating Davis and Elkins. The team now sets their eyes on regular season play as they will travel to the University of Pittsburgh tomorrow night. Head coach John Barnes' company will be facing a talented Pitt roster, but make no mistake, this team is going to compete and try to win tomorrow night. Meanwhile, the men's team also prepares to kick off their season this Saturday on the road. They travel to neighboring Akron University to face Kent State as part of the Northeast Ohio Coaches vs. Cancer basketball doubleheader. And finally, both the men's and women's team will open their home schedules next Tuesday night, November 14th, and another doubleheader. The women will kick things off at 5:15 as they play host to Kent State, while the men will tip off approximately at 7:35 against Franciscan. Be sure to check out YSUSports.com for more information about all of these games and find out how exactly you can watch or listen live to the broadcast.
The men's tennis team had a solid performance last weekend at a 3-day tournament at Cleveland State. The number 2 seed in the tournament, Donlo Vermachuk, won his first 3 matches in straight sets before facing Northern Illinois' Eric Marbach in the semifinals. In the doubles final, Vermachuk and João Goreto won 3 matches to reach the finals before falling in a thrilling 7-6 contest. The tournament was the final contest of the fall slate for YSU, while the dual season begins in January. On the women's side, after almost a whole month off, they are back in action tomorrow at the Cal State Northridge Invitational. For stats on the 3-day Invitational, you can visit YSUSports.com.
Well, Dom, unfortunately, no Penguin Play of the Week this week, and we know there was a lot of good ones. We could have picked any one of the touchdowns from the football game. 66 points, quite an impressive performance,
Absolutely.
wasn't it? That's great to see as they hope to continue at Southern Illinois this Saturday. Well, with that being said, that about does it for us here at the Penguin Rundown. For news, highlights, and more, be sure to log on to YSUSports.com. And be sure to follow us on social media on Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, and Instagram at Penguin Rundown 1. I'm Mike Yourstowsky, and you are?
Dom Joseph.
We'll see you again next week, Penguin Nation. Have a great week.